Alright, missed. Nice roll.
I don't know where the tree line ends. Can I go around it, or...?
Just as you get to that bush, with your roll, you notice out of the corner of your eye, there is a kobold leaning up against the back of the tower. You also notice that he is nodded off and he is sleeping. You can actually hear him snoring, a very high-pitched snore, as in... It sounds pretty ridiculous. And you're pretty much, it's going to be risky if you move anymore.
Alright, I'll stop there. Is it possible for my friends to see me if I motion at them and indicate there's a kobold back here?
Probably not, because of the way that all of the bush is. It's actually, rather large bush, so... Well, the shrubberies and, all of the bush and the trees that you're weaving in between now, you probably couldn't. Gonna go out on a limb and say probably not.
Since I know my allies can't come back with me, I'm going to make my way back to them with the knowledge I've gained.
Okay.
Do I need another roll, or would I be good to move back?
No. So, are you going to just... Yeah, you can move back. As long as you're trying to be cautious, I don't think you're going to, run Carl Lewis through the bush. So
I'll be cautious and move back to my party.
All right, yeah. So you won't have to make any kind of roll, so... But you did notice that the tower is solid, as you go around that western portion of the tower.
All right, I'll relay to the rest of the party. There appears to be one more kobold on the far side, well asleep.
Easy prey.
There's also, from what I could tell, no further openings to the tower. I could not advance any further, however, since they did have a sentry posted.
Okay. We'll wait for the rogue then.
Aye.
So what do you guys think? You definitely know for a fact that you would have total advantage if you decided to attack. There is kobolds that are eating, and you can see little bits and bones and skin being flung, out of their little group of kobolds that they have there. And what do you think, Guy?
I saw 4 more humanoids inside the tower. To go with the kobolds that are outside. It's not an overly large group. I believe we can take them.
8 and 4 makes 12. Is there any way we can sneak our larger companions, as I glance over at our dragonborn, around the tree line if we go a little further out? Or do you think we'd lose the advantage of their current distraction?
Actually, you could take the dwarf and maybe one other up the sideline, and I'll keep their attention to the front here while you guys hit from the flank, from the left side. You catch them by surprise that way.
I could try to be stealthy and silent and go in whatever direction you would want me to go.
That's it. Well, that's it. Either does the mist to the two, the stealthy characters kind of go up the left hand side, and me and you, Kadojo, just do what we do.
Oh yeah.
Distract them. Battle cry.
Battle whisper.
Battle whisper.
4 of them in the tower.
Zelos, you, me, left side, get the sentry, take the rest.
Sounds good. Let's take the sentry first, and let our
I gave Sissenguy information and tells. He hasn't told his
as far
companions.
as they can before they get spotted.
We can attack from cover as well, right? And maybe remain hidden.
You could.
Yes, we can. We should we should have the advantage on the first attack.
You're definitely gonna have advantage. Just the way that everything is laid out right now. There's also been some other information given out in tells, and you guys can all plainly see that the kobolds, they're definitely feasting right now.
I'll turn around and look at the dragonborn and say, do we go for the cultists first? Take the cultists out?
We don't know if they're cultists. Well, see how this plays out when we review.
Well,
Bad choice of words.
Humanoids
When
that
we
are
come
in
up upon them.
Alright, well, Misty has her attack plan, and it sounds like Zelos is going to go with her, so we can move to the left.
And before they go, I tell them, make sure you don't use all your spells at once.
Yeah, you guys are back at full. You guys have full hit die heals. You guys have all of your spells back. You're all at full hit points. Everything.
Make sure you don't all your spells or all your rages. I look at the dwarf in this one.
I'm sending Sisson guy a lot of
the dwarf
tells.
just kind of
so
shrugs and goes,
he's just not
I don't
telling
know,
his party
what are you
members.
talking about?
Because he had an advantage looking into the
He's,
tower.
he's
I
itching for
told him
battle.
to say, I'll never
and he
run out of
hasn't
spells.
said anything.
Right, okay, are we, how do we approach this Kodojo then? Rush? Bull rush?
We go up to the brush here, where I pinged. We'll hide there and wait for them to make the signal to say they're ready to move in case.
So what's this signal gonna be?
Prestidigitation? You can make us silent. If, depending on where you do it by the tower, they might not see it.
Yeah, I can put something glowing gently on the backside of the tower that you guys
Like
would be
right
able to
there?
see. Yeah, that they wouldn't. As I get to that
If we
point.
take the guy on back of the tower out in the first round without, basically if we stealth kill this guy, why don't we, Misty, come back to about right here, and we'll open up with bows and start the ball.
No. What Misty's talking about going all the way up north on the left-hand side to where that sentry was.
Kill him and then go round the top of the tower to hit the kobolds from behind.
Yeah.
Pincer move.
One of the humanoids, a different one, comes out this time and throws something over to the kobolds as well, and calls them filthy kobolds. A few other expletives as well, but I won't say those.
This is a PG-13.
No.
Not an R-rated film. So, alright. We have our
Okay, so
battle strategy.
are we going to wait for them to get in a position first?
Yes.
If you can tell that they notice us, charge in. Elsewise, wait for a glowing symbol to appear on the side of the tower, which indicates that we are ready for you to go in.
Okay, well, Dave, can we just basically move along this cover to kind of where...
Sure,
And almost-
everybody can
yeah.
move. Yeah, you guys can all move. Now, I sent some tells out as well, guys. So, I'm trying to give you guys other information as well. So, you guys don't. I'm not sure if anybody's read any of their tells, but they're in yellow boxes. So, but there you go. You guys don't say anything about that now, but for next time, you guys will just pay attention because I'm always sending tells to players as well. Something that they would notice, or maybe something else would notice.
I never get a tell.
Me neither. But I'd like to start moving. Should I start rolling?
Also, Kodojo, you feel something moving around in your pack as well. Maybe you got caught up on a tree or something, but you do feel something moving around in your backpack, right up against your back. Actually, you don't know if it's a branch or something from a tree.
I guess I check it. What do I see?
Oh, so you pull your backpack off real quick and okay.
Yeah.
You open up your pack. You're shuffling stuff around, and you see the petrified goblin hand back into your pack.
Bullshit, I gave it... Wait a second, I gave it to the cleric. I remember that. Dave?
Awkward.
Stuff happens, buddy.
The dwarf
Okay.
the dwarf turns to the dragonborn and goes, "What's wrong? What are you looking for?"
Okay, Dave, I'm gonna make sure this thing's balled up into a fist and just tie some rope around it.
Okay.
Around the fist.
Oh, are you really? What are you
Yes.
gonna?
Keep it in control that
Okay,
way.
so you're just gonna basically run a layer of cord around everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Bad
a-
hand, no cookie.
Down thing.
So yeah,
As-
I sent you a tell there as well, Kidojo. So
Yeah, I saw.
As we move into position, Dave, is there anything else that we should roll for or whatnot before we can make our attacks?
no, you guys have moved into position. Nobody has been detected. Kidojo, you get your backpack back on, and you don't know what to think, huh?
Nope.
You all right now?
Yep, I'm good.
All right, so what are you guys going to do? You guys are going to attack all at once simultaneously. I think that's what the
Yeah.
plan is.
So, the dwarf and the gold dragonborn will
This is-
focus on the enemies inside the keep.
This is going to be
And
a
then
hard
I'll
fight.
draw out the kobolds and keep them distracted while our friends attack from the side.
Okay.
If that's alright with you guys.
Yeah.
ST, can you see that kobold behind the keep?
I can. Can you?
And I can't.
Is there enough room for us to move into this other brush, Dave? One more forward?
You're going to need to do I'm going to make you do a stealth check for that, because you're
All
going
right,
to be
I'll-
going. You're going to be going across a gap of space that has no shrub at all.
No, just one more forward. Like, here, let me ping it right there.
You can go there. Yeah, you're on the edge of the bush line there. Yeah.
Okay.
You're,
Philos,
you're
go ahead
still
and
able to
take that
bushwhack
spot.
it.
That way you should be able to see the kobold.
Excellent.
Gotta love line
And
of sight.
I was going to let you take the first attack, actually.
Dave, while this is happening, can I move up to that brush? I'll wait for them to finish. Sorry, mate.
Which brush would you like to ping it for me? Absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah. That's where you had seen Sissenguy get a great vantage point before.
Remember, I've not got any armor on or anything.
Okay, I'm going to make an attack roll with advantage.
Okay. Oh my gosh! What a way
Give
to start
chap
it off, huh?
5. Give chap 5.
Wow, nice.
Look at that other roll too. You wouldn't nail this sucker.
All right, so go ahead and do your damage.
1d6 plus 3.
Shouldn't it be a 2d6?
It would be 2d6 plus 3 because you crit. So congratulations, everyone gets 5 points. If you're new to the channel, if anyone ever crits, everybody gets 5 EXP. Alright, so the kobold, basically you shoot an arrow and it sticks directly in the head of the kobold. The kobold doesn't even move.
No follow-up needed, eh?
Okay, so you have movement left if you would like to take movement now, because everybody gets an action now that you guys are in. You guys have already, done your signal. Everyone is charging in for combat. You get to also do your movement as well now. Like I had said last week, I changed my house rule, and we're going to just go ahead and do what the book says for surprise round, and you get a full. Basically, the creatures don't get any. They're basically frozen and stunned. So, all right. So you can go ahead and do your movement, Sis and Guy.
The grid's a 10-foot grid or a 5-foot grid?
I believe it's 5
5.
foot. The grid is 5, sir. Nice shot on that crit as well, guy. That's a kobold. Had a brain aneurysm, basically, when he was sleeping.
I'm through moving.
Okay. Misty, go ahead and go since you're up here as well.
So that was a fairly quiet round. They were not alerted, so I should probably go light the signal.
That would be a good
Yes.
idea. You guys are in combat now.
All right, so I'm gonna move back. Let me make sure I can see where I can move to.
Well, if you do it right there, we'd be able to see it.
I just have to be within range of it. That's all. So I actually have to backtrack a little bit, technically.
You could
Let me
probably
double check the range on it.
probably backtrack a little bit. You're talking about prestidigitation, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I have to get within 10 feet of my location. So I'm gonna move back there and cast my spell.
Okay. Yep. There you go. So go ahead and move back. That'll eat 10 feet up, or 20 feet probably.
So if I move to there, I can then light up a
You'll be
signal.
Yeah,
there.
you'll be within 10 feet. So absolutely, because if you
So
were
10
gonna
feet?
if you were gonna travel through this, you would have had to actually travel around it because that's like a big pile of rubble from the tower itself. So. Yeah, so you're within 10 foot. I mean, because you're putting the symbol, I'm guessing, probably up to high enough to where everyone could see it. So,
Aye.
all right,
So I light up the signal and then I can move the remainder?
you sure can, and you can get an action as well if you can get within sight. Absolutely.
I shouldn't question the DM, but did prestidigitation eat that?
Oh, actually, it did. That was actually your action. My bad.
I'll be fair.
No, it was actually. I was just thinking about that. I'm like, I think that just took her action. So yeah, that was a brain fart.
Alright, then that's about as far as I can get. Thank you.
No problem. All right, so let's go ahead and start with Rurok. What are you doing? I know you're just charging right on in. So.
Well, I'm just concerned that I'm going to have 7 kobolds charging down after a second.
Don't worry, I'm going to be running body block for kobolds.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, well, he's going to take out one of his javelins, and he is going to move and then go on.
You can actually see into that tower now as well.
What are the? Is it 4 humans?
That's what it appears to look like. Yes, and it looks like the same type of cultist that were back in Greenest as well. Same type of attire.
Okay. Well, I'm literally going to throw my javelin at the cultist nearest the door.
Okay. Sounds good. Should be within range. I think it's what, 30 feet? 10?
30,
10?
yeah.
Yep.
30.
Roll an attack, and you get advantage as well, because this is
Sweet.
you have the element of surprise. Yeah, you would have added your sneak attack damage as well, guy, and doubled that because you had advantage. You also get but seeing that, you crit and killed him with an 8 anyway, you would have got to roll an additional 2d6.
17?
17 is definitely a hit against the cultist. Go ahead and roll that beautiful damage.
It's,
This guy has, I think, how many hit points does he have? 9? Yeah, 9. AC 12.
6 damage.
Alright. This javelin lunges right into the side of this cultist. I mean, it is a beautiful shot. You put him within a weakened status. He screams in sheer agony, and then all of a sudden, everyone jumps. The kobolds jump and everything, and it looks like the kobolds are screaming like "what?" Like they're scared, and it looks like they're starting to maybe scatter off into the woods. Crazy. But they've all gotten up. They've all turned around, and it looks like all of the kobolds are starting to scatter. And it looks like the humanoids. It looks like they are getting up because they were surprised as well. All right, Rurok, that is it for you. If you have any other movement, feel free to take that now.
No, I'm done.
Okay. All right, so now we have. Let's go with a Kodojo. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna move up and double movement, basically.
Okay, so you're gonna dash then.
Yep.
Okay, sounds good.
2 right there.
Yeah, you can also see within the tower as well now, and you can see that you see 4 unarmed cultists. And they're basically, it looks like you see one with a 3 or 4 foot javelin sticking out of his sides, writhing in pain on the ground, and then the other guys are just deer in the headlights looking down at him, going, "Holy shit!" And it looks like they're starting to scramble as well.
As I pass by the dwarf, I say, "Lucky shot."
Krivgar, what are you doing?
About that, lad.
Kodojo's done a dash. So you can go ahead and go, Krivgar.
Alright, I'm going to move right there, about 30 feet.
5, 10, 15, 20,
And
25,
let's
30,
see.
okay.
This is probably going to be a bad thing because it's going to be 5 feet more than my hand crossbow can do.
Oh, so you're going to be shooting at disadvantage then.
Well,
Don't they cancel?
So I was going to say, doesn't it cancel with the advantage from...
It would. Yeah. It would. Advantage cancels disadvantage, so you would be rolling normally. Anytime there's advantage and disadvantage, it cancels each other out.
Alright, I'm going to go for this guy right here.
Okay. Fire away. Normal shot. These kobolds have no shield on or anything.
A 9.
A 9 is a miss. So your hand crossbow bolt sticks into the log right beside the kobold, and the kobold doesn't even pay any attention to it. Alright, so it looks like everybody is done. Everybody has had their free round. Let's go ahead and let's roll advantage. Well, actually, let's roll for initiative. It's going to take me just a second, everyone, to do this.
Yeah!
Is that a crit?
That is a crit on initiative.
What the hell? I keep getting low rolls.
What does a crit mean, by the way? I kind of forgot already.
Crit means plus 5 XP for all y'all listening to us be awesome.
Alright, so I've got some initiatives to do.
I don't know about you, Zelos, but I am so blind behind this tower. I just heard a whole lot of crazy stuff going on, and I don't know what it is.
I have targets everywhere. Come on up when you're ready.
+1.
Well, you definitely hear the dwarf roaring.
Misty's definitely going to be moving towards the action when she gets a chance.
You definitely hear that writhing in the tower, that's for sure. All right.
Unmistakable.
Definitely. Does it look like everyone was put into the tracker? I think so.
Oh, look.
Oof, look at all those enemies. Oh my goodness. Did I have one that was a crit? I did.
Yes,
I had
you
a
did.
crit as well, so that is another free +5. So as I'm doing that, Misty, you got the jump first. You had the best reaction, so you can go ahead and take your movement and your normal action.
Excellent. Since I sacrificed my attack the last round, I am very pleased by this turn of events. Alright, I'm going to move up until I can get someone in sight, I think. So let's do this. Well, that was easy. Can I attack them from here without suffering disadvantage or anything?
Sure can. There's a small bush right here. but it's just low enough to where you have sight of those, basically those three kobolds right there. This one, the blue one behind it, and the one that was just as you turned around the corner, he was getting his ass off of the log to. It looks like he did an about face, and looks like he's fixing to run. Looks like all of the kobolds are fixing to run.
Can I have the cone template?
Sure.
If I can get enough of them in my cone, I think I might want to have a little fun.
Alright, there's 15 foot, so feel free to control it. As long as you got movement left and everything else, that is fine with me. Just get on in there and get those kobolds.
I don't think I can get close enough to do anything devastating, and I like devastating. So we'll keep it simple. Thank you, though.
No problem. If you need it, let me know. I'll just put it on the GM layer.
Alright, I will attack from here. I'm gonna attack... Do any of them look particularly more dangerous than the next ones? Anyone actually have a weapon in their hand?
All of the kobolds, they have weapons. Yeah, they all have. I believe they have short swords, and I think so.
Okay. As a bonus action, I cast Hex, and I will.
They have daggers and slings. I'm sorry about that. You see the slings hanging off of their belt. Several of them looks like they're pulling slings out, and the other ones have basically they all have daggers hanging off of their belts as well. So.
I'm going
which
to
one are you going to
hex
shoot?
a creature.
Okay. Hex is a bonus action, correct?
Bonus action.
Okay.
And they'll have a disadvantage on ability checks related to dexterity.
Okay. Who would you like to hex?
We're gonna hex and attack this gentleman, the one of the two light greens.
Okay. So does hex work as an automatic hit?
I believe so. Let me double check. Yep, you place a curse on a creature that you can see.
Alright. And then it does like extra damage, right? Yeah.
Extra 1d6 necrotic damage whenever I hit.
Yep. Okay. And then you can use another bonus action later on in subsequent rounds that will allow you to move that curse to something else too, I think.
Aye.
Okay. Gotcha. Yep. So he is now cursed. I'm going to put the green dot on there to remind us of the necrotic curse hex is on this kobold. Feel free to attack away. You still have any movement left, and you have your standard action as well. All right. So what were you attacking with? Eldritch Blast. Okay. That's a hit with a 19, and